Previously.
I'm gonna remove Shure from the card pool, and let's make Alex go back to the drawing board.
On Progression Series Season 2.
Okay, I'm gonna summon Rescue Cat.
Like this. Oh, I am so toast. I have my body, but I don't have the life.
Yeah, you don't have the life to pay for it.
It sucks too, because I had BL.
Oh!
You're banning Shure instead of Dark Strike Fighter. In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. But this time around, we'll be introducing side sets, a new banning system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code Cimoooooooo5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
We had an emphatic win over Alexander with the Rescue Cat deck last episode. I felt really good with the plays I made there. Definitely felt like I played a lot better that time around. That puts us out of the losing streak and into the winner's circle. The wheel, as always, is huge. Anything we get from this could be a game changer. I'm definitely looking for the big slices. Alex got a Starlight last time on his spin. Let's hope we can get that lucky again, though. I got a lot of different things swimming around my head. If I get any slice of the wheel here, I feel like this week's going to be a good one. Especially when I'm seeing myself on that set. Yes, the band taken. My guy. What am I getting rid of? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The double ban. Didn't have to get myself into a losing streak again to find this one. Maybe we have to see what we can remove from Alex now, bro. There's tons of possibilities. He just freshly picked up a copy of Goyo Guardian, if you remember from last episode. He could very well just easily lose it. We can decide by next episode. We'll figure it out then. I can't wait to see the look on this guy's face at the end of the episode when I tell him this is what I spun. Pretty nice. I'm down for it. We're opening a Duelist pack today. I know they're not the most exciting, but I'll let Alex tell you all about it. There's some cool stuff in this one. You might want to check it out.
You know, maybe the deck that I played last episode wasn't the best idea. I think if I didn't see, like, the entire top half end of my deck, then, like, maybe we could have actually had some gameplay going on, but when you just draw all the bombs and nothing else, I mean, there's, like, a few things I could have done a little bit differently. It's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, it's nice that Gage isn't going into the banning again, so there is that, I suppose, but I really just hope that maybe when Absolute Power Force rolls around, we might be able to run that deck back again, because like Drill Warrior's in there, and that's if we pull him, but we'll see. We'll get to that later. We are opening Duelist Pack Yusei 2 this episode, so unfortunately not the highest level in terms of potential cards, but there are some like interesting things we get access to that we wouldn't have ordinarily got. So for instance, I think a card like Scrubbed Raid, which is sort of like this weird stall type card, I think is only, or at least the first printing, is available in this set, and so if we want to go back to some sort of strategy that centralizes around that, this is a nice card we could be looking after. Like Stardust Dragon Assault Mode is in here, like that's hilarious. I think this was maybe in a set previously, but it was like an ultra, so it was really hard to pull. The rare cards, again, I think we have like most of these. I think like Road Warrior is probably a new one, but again, I don't think we're going to be summoning Road Warrior. Skill Successor is a pretty strong card, but the problem is I think we just have access to too much good removal to really make Skill Successor worth it, but it's still something to keep our eye on. Ultra rare, Junk Archer's not like a terrible card, so it's something that we could potentially use because we do have Junk Synchron this time around. Gauntlet Warrior's ass. That's like one of the worst cards ever. And then looking at the commons, I think Gage only pulled like one quick draw, so this is going to be his opportunity, and most likely he will pull a full play set since we're opening 36 packs of the set. Same thing goes for stuff like Debris Dragon. Everything else in here is like kind of iffy. I think Reinforced Truth is an okay card, but we may already have copies of it. Everything else in here, like you look at it, it's kind of like whatever. We sort of already opened it. But what's interesting about this, though, is that we get to move on to a new Turbo Pack since we lost. Turbo Pack 2. This came out right before this Duelist Pack was released, and there's a very strong super rare card that we've never had in the Progression series before that I'm hoping we get out of these packs. So let's flip up pack number 1. That is not what I was looking for, but this is also another interesting one. Necro Valley's in here, and Gravekeeper's Descendant, I believe, is in Absolute Power Force, which means the Gravekeepers could be making a comeback, especially once we get Recruiter a little bit later on as well. But I'll also take a Light Mirror. I think we may already have those. Second pack, let's see what we get. Nothing too great there. Come on, show me the card I want to see. Show it to me. Magic Stone Excavation isn't the worst. I mean, there's some gimmicks with it, but no, we were looking for Foolish Burial. That is a super rare in this set, and damn, that would have been really nice to have, because Foolish Burial for the long run would have been sick. But let's open 36 packs of Duelist Pack Yusei 2.
Duelist Pack 2. There's a couple of, like, Synchron cards in there that could definitely help Quick Draw Synchron. Speaking of Quick Draw Synchron, there's another stab at getting the playset that we need. Duelist Pack 9 Yusei 2. 36 packs. I fully expect to finally buff out my playset of Quick Draws. I only got one in the Stardust Overdrive. Not too nice there, but better luck this time around here. Let's see what we get from Yusei 2. Yep, see, already buffing out low things like Majestic Dragon was a super rare in the very last set, Stardust Overdrive. Again, already getting immediately reprinted. We have the Majestic Star Dragon. We could totally play it, but I don't think we will. And then that's the one Quick Draw Synchron. We need one more to get a full playset. 1 for 1. That's really big. Again, this was the one card we missed in Raging Battle. This is its first reprint that has come upon us, and we got the one copy. The card's at 1 now, so I'm glad I finally got one. Oh, Eccentric Boy. I almost skipped over this. Again, the holos don't really matter, bro. The super rares are really nothing to look at. Scrubbed Raid. I know there's some fancy, stupid, like, combos with this thing here to end the battle phase. Not a bad stun card, actually. I really feel like maybe if we play some stupid stun strat, this is definitely a card that could get included. Not a bad super rare, man. I'll take the Scrub Raid, no problem. Wow, the Stardust Dragon Assault Mode. It's a pull you can get from this pack, that's for sure.
All right, so 36 packs of Yusei 2. Admittedly, we're probably going to blaze through these. There is something I am looking for out of here, though. So let's see if we get it in the first pack. I won't complain. Junk Archer right off the bat is pretty good. Again, I'm not sure if we're really going to use it, but having it is at least an option, so that's cool. Skill Successor is nice as well. I will warn you right now, we are probably... Oh, speaking of which, there's a super rare, Eccentric Boy. This card is like... it's interesting. I don't know if we're really going to be able to take advantage of it, but I'm probably only going to stop to talk about the super rares because, like, everything else we're probably going to get multiple copies of because we're opening so many packs.
I've passed by it a few times, but I remember Zero Garden not being too bad either. If you do, monsters cannot be destroyed by battle and you take no damage during this. It's, like, not bad, right? Like, it just says pretty much Waboku on a dude. Ooh, a Junk Archer. Ultra rare. Pretty sure this is the first printing of this card. And this is not a bad one. This is not a bad card if we're using a Synchron for it, right? Pretty much Farfa's a monster, I think. During the end phase, return to the side of the field in the same battle system. Yeah, banish it. It's a Farfa. That's pretty good, man. I'm happy with that. As far as the Synchron monsters go, that's the best you can get from this Duelist pack.
I like how after I said we'll stop to talk about the holos, we are almost halfway through and we've not gotten anything else besides Junk Archer and that copy of Eccentric Boy. We are just blazing. Like, there's really nothing else to talk about here. And as you can see, like, we just keep going. We're not getting anything.
Oh, another Scrub Raid. That's sick. I was going to say, coming up in the last few, it's been as best as it can get, right? We got the Junk Archer, a Scrub Raid. A second Scrub Raid is really huge, actually. I'm really happy to pick that one up. That, again, might be really important for stun strats if we want to make it happen. Sending a card to the graveyard is nothing when we can continuously negate the battle phase. And another Assault Mode too. All right, it is what it is. Last 3 packs. Can I get anything in the close that will matter? I don't think so. We'll take a look at it. That's like my 18th Quick Draw Synchron now. We are loaded up. No, we're good to go. I got like 4 1-for-1s. I only needed one of them. Everything else is pretty good. I'll take it. You know what? Not too bad. Saves the collection. But I got a plan that doesn't include any of these cards today. So let's see what that is.
Wow, this is kind of depressing. We're already like on pack 31. A second Eccentric Boy. Oh my god. Like, oh man. I think the card I wanted is a super rare, as a matter of fact, too. So if we don't pull it, I think my plan for the day actually needs to change, because I was sort of banking we would pull at least one copy. Another super rare. It's not the Tuner's Barrier. This card is not very good. Okay, last pack. Can we pull it? We didn't. I was actually hoping to pull Stardust Dragon Assault Mode because I thought there'd actually be a pretty sick deck to be able to make around that card, because I don't think we pulled it in the, what is it, Crossroads of Chaos, I think is when the Assault Mode stuff came out in. Whatever set it is, I was really hoping to pull a copy of it, and we didn't, so that's pretty sad, but the bar was pretty low for this set as is. We're not going to waste a redoer ticket on it, that's for sure. So we'll save it to the collection, and we need to figure out what deck we're playing today.
All right. Take a look. This is what we're taking today. Makiura Burn. Makiura the Destructor is a card we pulled all the way back in Dark Beginning, and I really didn't expect to see it this soon. I expected maybe way later down in the line, once we get all these different broken trap cards and stuff, Makiura could be a menace. But it's been discovered by I Wish I Was Dead that it's just as good now as it will be later on. Makiura is pre-errata, you have to remember, so if it's sent to the graveyard, we can activate as many trap cards from our hand during this turn. We have multiple ways to get it out into the graveyard. Card like Painful Choice is obviously a blowout, being able to send 3 copies of Good Goblin Housekeeping and copies of Hand Destruction or something like that. Force Alex into a corner where he has to give us something that we want. On top of that, we are playing both of the jars, Fiber and Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar can, of course, discard Makiura. Being able to get 5 more cards in any burn strategy is essentially GG. And Fiber Jar can reset the deck, allowing us to see maybe our power traps and spells once again. I don't know what Alex is going to bring this week. I really don't. He's going to bring something off the wall, I'm sure, but this is pretty well versed to deal with most anything. It is also really nice because some cards that might be like blowouts or like hard to out, cards like Des Wombat and stuff, we do have things like Fiber Jar and Book of Taiyu to get rid of them, as well as a side deck with like Dark Holes, Raigeki, Snatch Deals, Brain Cons, way to get rid of those anti-burn cards. Realistically, I think we're only going to be going against Wombat and Jinzo. Those are the only 2 side deck cards we have to worry about. The main deck, I feel like we've got an easy win, honestly. Last time we ended up bringing a full, just fledged out burn deck, we smoked Alex. I thought it wasn't really close. It was a really convincing game, and I'm hoping to have that same luck again today. I've gotten a couple practice rounds in with this, but I think we might have to play it a little bit more timidly. Just wait until we can pop off on one gigantic combo, but it should be fun. Hopefully we can resolve Mercurio maybe once or twice. I'm looking forward to it. Shout out to I Wish I Was Dead Again for the list. Let's see what Alex is playing today.
Well, it doesn't look like Gage is the only one capable of playing a cat deck, so that's what we are going to bring to today's episode. So, unfortunately, we do have a few shortcomings compared to our version versus Gage's. First of which, we only have 2 Airbellum, which is kind of frustrating. The nice part is Rescue Cat summons any 2 level 3 or lower beasts, and Raikou is a beast, so in the off chance we open like Airbellum Cat, if we go for Cat, we could at the very least still summon an Airbellum. We just have to summon a Raikou alongside it, which isn't the end of the world. This still forms a level 5 synchro at the end of the day, so like it's at least doing something while also maybe ripping a card out of his hand, but it is what it is. Honestly, that's not super likely to happen. I just really hope we don't like mill them with Raikou more than anything else, but let's do the card by card. So BLS is in here. I have a few lights also in the extra deck as well as the main deck. I think we're just on 3 main when you count the Zaborg, but I just think dropping this at any moment if Raikou's in the grave just wins us the game, so I feel like it's worth playing just this. I may have been being a bit overzealous having Chaos Sorks in the deck too, so we just pretty much trim those out. Gale's in here, we have Breaker, we have Caius, we have Dad, Triple Spy, 2 Krebons. Now that I have Goyo Guardian in my arsenal, being able to make level 6 synchros is even more devastating. We already pulled Brionac from Hidden Arsenal, but now Goyo as well. I mean, just being able to summon these gigantic bombs of 6s, I think it's worth us investing into level 2 tuners, such as Krebons. It's a dark for the Chaos Synergy as well as Dad, and it's also just like kind of an annoying card to deal with altogether, so I like having this in here. Then we have 2 Tomato, just because it can get to Krebons, but also to a myriad of other things as well. We can get Sangan, we can get Spirit Reaper if we need to like wall up, so there's a lot of like neat little things we can get with this card. Of course, we have the Cat, we have double Raikou, we have Sangan, and we have double Xavier Airbellum, as well as 1 Zaborg. You might be wondering why I'm playing this. This is just the substitute Caius. And also, Gage's deck, if he's playing the same deck as last episode, he was on so many things that are like defense position things that like have some sort of flip effect or need to die by battle, that even Zaborg I think is actually okay as a substitute for Caius, like Giant Rat, Mystic Tomato, Gravekeeper Spy, Raikou. Like there's more than that even that he has, so I think there's actually a lot of targets that Zaborg can hit. For the spells, we have Triple Book, we have Brain Control, we have True Nade, Gold Sark. So like Cat decks play this just to get to Cat because it's just such a strong card, but I feel like maybe I should have been playing this a long time ago. At the very least, look at the quality of cards we could take with Gold Sark. We could take a BLS, we could take a Raigeki, we could just take Pot of Greed at the absolute bare minimum if we want to just draw 2 cards in 2 turns, assuming the game lasts that long, obviously. So it just, I don't know, it feels like maybe it's weird that I haven't been playing this to its full potential, and when I saw, as I was looking through Cat decks, that they played this card, it made me think, maybe I should be playing this. So we'll see. Feather Duster, 1 instant fusion. You could argue Magical Scientist could be in here, but I don't really want to commit my normal summon to Scientist when, like, if I'm not set up, the best case scenario Scientist does is, like, get Thousand Eyes, eat up a card, and then if I can't protect Scientist, it kind of just dies. But if I'm already set up with, like, a tuner potentially, then you can go, like, Scientist, summon a thing, and do, like, start doing shenanigans, right? But I just like instant fusion. It sort of fills the same role, but it doesn't commit to your normal. I also like we can play something like our Fiend Skull Dragon, which negates flip effects as well. So that's just a neat little thing we can do there. Last Will's pretty devastating because we can like sync with something and then summon a Cat or a Reaper and just like get to work there, so that's gross. Mind Control, MST, Pot of Greed, Pre-Mat, Regeki, and Snatch Steal. And we're just playing a small trap lineup of double bottomless, ring, sack, and torrential. Traps are kind of weird because ideally if Gage is still playing the Cat deck, what he wants to do is make it so my back row's clear, then drop the Cat and go for just go for broke. But the issue is we still need some traps to wall up against like everything else, so it's just kind of like a weird dynamic that this deck forces. The extra, we have a Darkfire, a Fiend Skull, a Flame Ghost, and a Thousand Eyes. That's just our instant fusion package, and these are just different levels as well if we need a sync for anything different potentially with any of our varying stars of tuners. We have a 2 Krebons, a 3 for Gale and Airbellum, so it's kind of like all over the place. And then we have a bunch of synchros like Catastor. We have Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Brio, Dark Strike Fighter, Goyo, Magical Android, Miststorm, Psychic Life Trencher, Red Dragon, Archfiend, and Stardust Dragon. The side deck, I got a couple of Jujutsu Masters. I like having more defensive walls if Gage is going to play like the Cat deck again, so having this in here I think is pretty good. Dark Hole's in here if we need to just have more board clears. My Body to protect our combo potentially. Oh, man, I really want to main deck Knock because, again, if Gage is playing the same deck, which I feel like he is because after how he just completely obliterated me last episode, it seems too tempting for him not to, but he might think that it's too comfortable, so he might switch it up. But, man, main decking Knock against him just seems so tempting. He has, like, 11 or 14 cards that he just wants to set turn 1, and knocking any of them is just so good for me. So I really, really wanted to main deck this, but I want to see what he's on first, and maybe we'll bring them in after. We've got Triple Dust, Double Sack, and Triple Threatening Roar. I have this in here because this is like one card that can potentially save us from Cat. The problem is it doesn't force the Cat onto the field unless he goes like Summon Rescue Cat, then go True Nade or like Harpy's Feather Duster or whatever. But like he's not going to do that. He's going to go and clear the back row first. So I can at least get rid of the back row removal, Chain Threatening Roar. Then he's not going to Cat because he can't get any damage in. So then at least I have a turn to set back up again and not get obliterated by Cat. So if he's on that deck, that's why this is here. I think it's like one of the few cards that interacts in that way, and we'll see if it even works. It may not even come up, but guys, I can't wait to see what Gage is up to for this episode because while the packs may not have been too interesting, I think this is going to be an especially fun episode, especially if our decks are looking pretty similar because we haven't had a mirror match in a minute. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Gage, you said it right before we started filming. Duelist Pack Yusei 2, more like Duelist Pack Yusei Poo, because this set is hot ass. Holy shit.
Yes, it's hot ass for you, probably. There's some cool things in here that I didn't get my first time around.
That's
Cards
true.
like Quick Draw Synchron, and
True.
You probably could have guessed I got myself a copy of 1-for-1, which I didn't have either. So some nice little diamonds in the rough for me, but I'd imagine you didn't get too much from this week.
What's so weird is that we just had the set that printed Quick Draw Synchron, and then they have the reprint set that has Quick Draw Synchron in it. That just, like, makes no sense.
Yeah.
1-for-1 I get. That was Raging Battle. That was a while ago, but, I don't know.
No, yeah, but like the Quick Draw, like you said, I got so excited because in Stardust Overdrive I pulled Majestic Dragon, which is a super rare, and I'm like, oh, well, there's the rest of them. I could totally summon the Majestic Star Dragon, though. How about that?
Funny enough, I did actually have a plan for Yusei 2 specifically if I pulled one card in particular, but I did not pull it, so we had to have a change of plans. I did not. We'll talk about that after. So I bet you're curious now that I said that.
I'm just extremely curious in general what you brought to the table. Now that Black Wings are officially, like, pretty much gone from the Progression series, anything you bring on a weekly basis, Alex, it stuns me.
Are they officially gone? I guess we'll have to see. Let's shout the patron, Oscar Santana. Thank you for the support, and I still have not put my dice back on the table, so
you gotta go with Instinct alone.
Instinct.
Tell you what,
Ultra Instinct.
If I would have picked the Rock like I normally do, I would have 100% lost that.
That's why I picked paper. That's why I picked paper.
No!
We did it! Woo! Okay. So I'll go second. I think we've already established that going second is still, like, just incredibly powerful. And so, best of luck, buddy.
All right, Duelist, best of luck. Let's see how we handle this. All right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a monster, and I am going to set 3 face down spells and traps, and I will just pass it to you, man.
Okay, we'll draw. Gage, you know what's better than 6 cards? How about 7?
That's a lot of cards, yeah. Another chance to see Feather Duster.
That's true. That's why I was hoping for. You can rest easy. There is no Feather Duster in your future, sadly.
All right, thank goodness.
We're gonna go exactly your move, except I've only got 2 for the back row, so we'll throw it back.
Electrifying gameplay here. I will draw for turn. What could you be on this time, silly? Let's see. You know what? I'll get a little peek. I'll flip up Sangan.
Okay. Sure.
Sanguine, battle phase. I do not care how much damage I take from this. The information's valuable. What you got?
You won't be taking any. It's a Raikou, as a matter of fact.
Okay, all right. That was another option that I considered. What would you like to pop?
We're going to go after the back row. I don't give a shit about your Sanguine. So we're going to go after this one.
That one? No. No, you have the knowledge now. All right. Well,
And we're in damage step, buddy.
Let's see how prepared you are for today's matchup. You have gotten rid of my accumulated fortune.
Stop! No! Oh my god. Well, now you know what I'm up to.
Those are big
Shit.
bills too. You're on some
Yeah,
kind
there
of
goes the
cat
feather
thing today,
duster.
too.
Fuck. Yeah.
Feather duster.
Okay.
All right, big moves, big moves. We got a game on our hands, okay?
I am happy. I will say that I got rid of that accumulated fortune because that cuts you off of getting a lot of cards back.
It does, it
So-
does. All right, I will set one card, and I will set another one. I'll just pass turn to you.
Back to this nonsense. All right, I'll draw. Standby main. Okay, so now that I know you're back on this nonsense, I got to figure out how the fuck I'm going to play this. The question becomes now, how much, like, actual stun are you playing? Because this just, like, Chainburn tradition doesn't play, like, a ton of stall. It's just, like, a bunch of chainable shit. Let's try this. I'm going to run out. Thankfully, I milled the rescue cat because I drew the air bellum anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the hair bellum's good, yeah.
I'm going to snatch your Sanguine.
It's not exactly what I want, but that's going to be fine. You can have the Sanguine.
Thank you very much. Get rid of him.
Okay, sure.
Brio.
Brio? Okay, I will trigger my Sanguine.
Yes.
All right, off of the Sanguine, I had to do a little bit of thinking. I'm going to pick up a copy of Armageddon Knight from my deck to my hand.
On Arma. Maybe playing like Necro Guard now? Interesting. Okay, okay. Brio effect.
Target.
Targeting your set monster.
The set monster?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. This will go to hand, no problem.
Correct. Last will.
Oh my god, holy shit. Oh my god. Good thing you don't have cat in deck. I was going to be like, I'm immediately...
Yeah, that, oh man, oh man. The fact that I milled it off that Raikou, this could have been very bad for you.
That's fine too, yeah.
It's still bad because I have Reaper.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, all right. That's cool. I'll take
Pre-mat.
3. Oh, my fucking... Bro, I thought it was over. No,
back the air
wait.
bubble.
Oh, my God, wait. No, things are getting stinky. I'm losing the whole hand. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Wow. Wow, all right.
You weren't expecting this.
No, I wasn't.
guarantee
Yeah,
it.
all right. I'm gonna take this all, and then I'm gonna lose my 2 cards.
You lose your 2 cards. Yep. So 3, 16, 23. Let's see what. Show me morphine jar. Oh, it was a jar. Okay. Oh, I was like, there's no way I'm letting that fucking thing slip. No fucking shot. All right. Over to you, buddy.
All right, I got work to do. I will draw for turn. Stand by main. I'm gonna activate Good Goblin Housekeeping, and I will draw. That does nothing. I literally put both of them back, don't I? You got this one. I'm way too far behind on cards. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't win.
All right. Woo,
Oh, no.
man, that was deadly.
Things didn't go exactly according to plan there. The Brio to put
Really?
back the fiber jar is kind of fierce. Yeah, kind of good. I did not expect to get my whole hand ripped that quickly. But at least I have the option now, and I think the option to go second for Chainburn decks is superior, so we'll go with that.
It's weird, right? Because you want the extra card, but also you being able to set everything up going first is also quite powerful. So there's like this weird dynamic with your deck specifically that I think is kind of fascinating. All right, best of luck, buddy. I will be honest, I didn't have I didn't have the best tools for this matchup, but I had a few
I don't know,
things,
man. Those
thankfully.
wombats and that Jinzo have been chilling in the side since the Great War.
Eh,
So if you took them
that's
out for this
true.
one, it's
That's
lucky
true.
me, lucky me.
I just got a pair and pass. Over
That's
to you.
not good enough. Let's see what I got. Draw for turn. Stand by main.
Yep.
We'll kick it off strong. I'm going to activate Hand Destruction.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to activate Hand Destruction. Is that cool? That's good to go?
Not really, but I guess.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to pitch Good Goblin Housekeeping, and I will pitch this, I'll pitch this Secret Barrel.
Okay. I will pitch... Fuck. I'll pitch this Air Bellum, and I'll pitch Pre-mat.
That's pretty good to me. I'll take 2 more off the top.
Yeah. Hand Destruction. Just to get the good goblins into the grave?
I have my reasons.
Clearly.
All right, typical Chainburn fashion. I'll throw down 3 Air Bellums and Cats. I already pitched an Air Bellum. I'm just gonna set the fort, and
Wow.
I'll pass it to you. I'm really hoping you don't have Duster.
All in, huh?
All in. All in.
That's scary. That's scary. Okay. I'm feeling spicy. I'm gonna nail one out of you.
What you grabbing?
Let's grab this one.
Bro, yeah. No shot. Oh my god, they're good.
Accumulated. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good. I'll draw. Okay. That's not bad, I guess. I will just start. I gotta start clocking you, so let's just go Krebons.
The big Krebs. Krebons
Yeah, 12.
is fine. I'm gonna take it, yep.
Okay. Second main, I'll throw another one down. Over to you.
Alright, I will draw. Stay in my main.
Yep.
I'm gonna activate Jar of Greed. Take another card.
No response.
Dope. Okay, I'll throw down a face down and another one. And I'll leave it to you, bud. Go ahead.
Okay. That's probably fine. I'll draw. Stand by anything.
Nope, you're good.
Main one. Knock the set.
Times are tough. You got rid of a Mystic Tomato.
That's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that. Speaking of Mystic Tomato, I've got one of my own.
Oh, nice. I like your artwork choice.
Yep. It's the superior one. Battle.
I'm going to take
12.
everything here. What do we got? 26?
26. Yep.
It's fine.
Second main. Do I want to do any sinking action? You're on tomato, which is actually kind of interesting for this deck. What can we do? Make a Brio.
You can make Goyo Guardian, Alex.
I could make Goyo with no monsters on your field. I could make Goyo Guardian. That would be quite funny. No, I will pass. I like my field.
Okay, I'll draw. Stand my main. I'll do some cleanup. Raigeki.
That's all the more reason I didn't want to overcommit. Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay, and then I will add another card to the mix, and I'm passing it there. Go ahead.
Okay. We'll draw. He's back, buddy.
That didn't last very long. Yeah, I'll take 12.
I'm helping you out. I'm playing a burn card. Go ahead.
All right, I will draw. Stand by main. I guess I'm setting, and I'm gonna activate this this Jar of Greed here. We'll draw another one.
Sure. It's fine.
Passing the turn again. Go ahead.
Draw. Let's get another 12.
Yep, 12's fine.
Second main, I will set one and chuck it back.
Okay. Draw.
Yep.
Stand by main.
Sure. Doing okay over there, buddy.
I'm not seeing what I need. It's been
That was me last episode.
it's been incredibly rough so far. Like, all right, well, I mean, we gotta go for it. I'm going to start my turn. I will activate Poison of the Old Man to gain 12.
Gonna gain 12. That's not where you want to be. That's fine.
I'll chain Ceasefire.
Sure.
And then I will chain Reckless Greed.
That's fine. That's pretty good. I hit that other Reckless.
Yeah, Chain Link 4, I'll hit this Chain Strike from hand.
That's A-okay with me. Anything else?
Nothing else. Chain's going to resolve here.
All right, so you have a Chain Link 4, so I'm going to take 16 from the Chain Strike. You draw 2 cards. The Ceasefire will flip my Spy and negate the effect, so I don't get a search here. But I will take 1,000 from the Ceasefire, and then you gain yourself 1,200 big ones.
Yep, and I take 2 more off of the Poison... sorry, I took 2 more off of Reckless Greed.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And then just turn off your auto drawer and continue.
Yeah, everything under bin there. I will pair it with a Painful Choice.
I think you forgot to gain your 1,200.
Oh, I did. Oh my god, yeah, that's gonna matter a lot. I'm not doing so hot. So okay, 12 up, and then Painful Choice Resolution here.
Yep, no effect. What are you binning with this painful?
All right, I think it's time. I'm gonna bin Morphing Jar. I'm gonna bin Fiber Jar.
Okay, I don't like this.
I'm gonna bin Makiura the Destructor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bin 2 Goblin Housekeepings.
Sure, that puts all of them out of the deck now, which is pretty good. All right, so Makiura has to go to grave for its effective trigger. We're playing with pre-errata. This has an errata on it, so let's remember that. You can have Makiura. That's perfectly fine.
You want me to give me Makiura? You sure you want to give me Makiura?
Sure.
All right, man, I'll take it. No problem, bro. Makiura the Destructor.
Better than the jars, that's for sure.
Well, the jars are coming back anyways. I'm going to activate the Shallow Grave.
Oh.
We each target 1. What do I want? I probably need this Fiber Jar, man. Times are really not doing so hot here. But I could get a sick combo if I grab up this Morphing Jar.
Yeah, so what's your target?
I'm going to target the Fiber Jar.
Targeting fiber. Interesting. I gave you a Makura, so I know that's one card. There's 2 other cards I still don't know. You're talking about some sick combo with your jar. So I'm curious, like, what that means. It's going to go face down. Man, I really wish I had a Raikou now. That'd be sick. I will target Air Bellum. And then I'm going to think after that.
After resolution or after the target?
After the targeting.
Sure.
I might have something as chain 2 here. What are you up to? You have like fucking like Book of Taiyu or some shit? I don't think you would play that in here. Makura's the last card. Chain Link 2, I'm just going to dust your other one.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get rid of it.
Okay.
Resolves?
Resolve, yeah.
Okay. Good guess. It was Taiyu.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
But I'll tell you what, Alex. It
Probably
didn't
doesn't
really
matter.
matter. I have another Taiyu in hand.
Okay. All right.
So we'll flip them up and reset. Is that good?
That's perfectly fine. I guess to be fair, if you didn't have it, that would have just won me the game. So that's good.
All right.
All right.
See, now you
do the fun of resolving this.
You get your ad revenue now. All Sam has to do
Yeah,
is
there
leave
we
this whole
go. Because of how
interaction.
that first game went, this wasn't going exactly as planned. Okay. Let's put all this back. Accidentally banished my knock. My bad. The set was a bottomless, by the way, which is why I didn't care about giving you the fucking Akira. Okay, this is probably the saving grace you're gonna need. If I'm being honest.
I need 5 really, really good cards. I still have my normal summon. I'm not out of it yet, but I do need to hit some gold here. Mystic Tomato stays. It doesn't put back banished ones.
Correct. Fiber Jar, I think. No. Fiber Jar. Banishing predates Fiber Jar. It just doesn't count the banish zone. Yep. All right, draw your 5. I'm already set.
I gave my deck an extreme shuffle here. I'm not drawing bad cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How's it looking?
It's looking pretty good. It looks like I can still keep playing this hand. I'm going to activate hand destruction again.
Interesting. Okay, now I got to think. Wow, I've got like a tough choice now. I'm going to pitch...
Who even pitches first for this card? I actually don't know how this card resolves.
I imagine... I mean, Shallow Grade, we did it where you picked first. It might be like either you go first because you're first player, or it could be like we're both supposed to pick and then like reveal at the same time. Because like in person, that's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just on... I don't know how we do this online.
We could just banish them face down if we wanted to.
Oh, we could, I guess. Okay, here, I'll do that. How about that?
I guess that's more fair, right? Because then we don't know. Yeah, okay. Because I feel like that would influence our play immensely if that's the case. I will go... we'll do this and this.
Okay. All right, I'm ready to resolve it then. All right.
All right. I picked a Reaper. Oh, Jesus.
You saw him, the Makura.
Yeah.
All right, those are pretty good. And I'll take 2 more, and I'll trigger Makura.
Yep, so you're now allowed to use trap cards on your turn.
I am. The first one I will choose to activate is a Jar of Greed. Humble Upset Goblin. I'll follow it up with a Reckless Greed. I'll take 2 more.
Okay. Let's put that there so we know. Yeah, if you play Makura, it's like you play 3 Pot of Greeds in your deck.
Yeah, right?
It's kind of cool. You don't seem too happy over there.
This game has not gone amazingly, and I'm about to pass you back with 6 cards in hand that are fresh. And I don't know, man. I feel it's not going to go well. I will just put 4 down, and I'll pass it to you.
Well, you're wrong, buddy. You're not passing to me with 6 in hand. You're passing to me with 7 in hand.
Yeah, okay. I mean, when you start a game over like 3 times, you're bound to open Pot of Greed at least 8 of them, right? Like,
How about this?
Oh my! I will go.
The problem is you're playing Chain Burn, so it's not as good as it would be otherwise, but it's still funny.
Okay, I'll go Chain 2, Good Goblin Housekeeping.
Okay.
Chain 3, Secret Barrel. Chain 4, Accumulated.
Okay, so that could have been worse. Yeah. I have no response. That's fine.
Okay, so I will draw,
so you draw 2
off of Accumulated Fortune.
I'm going to take 14.
You are? Yep.
And then you draw 1, put 1 back.
Draw 1. I do put 1 back, yes. I will bottom that one. And then that'll go to grave, and then...
Last was the Raigeki.
It was the Raigeki.
Man. Boy, that is rough, and it's also going to get infinitely more rough.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
Unfortunately, I don't have the I don't have the God combo.
At least I'm not dead, right? But might as well be. Take a pick.
All right, let's just get the best card out of your hand. It's this one.
You fucking piece of shit. No shot. You just. Oh my god. Yeah, let's get the best one out of his hand.
I mean, to be fair, if I never summon, that doesn't matter, but it could be pretty good. Gold Sark, main 2.
That's fine, yep.
Okay. Let's banish. What am I going to be afraid of? You have 2 cards. I already got rid of Pot of Greed and Duster, which are like the 2 go-tos.
Oh, bro, I've lost the game on board. I realized I'm not drawing for turn. I reckless green.
So is it just over?
I'm literally dead. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm like, I can
I don't
draw
know what's in your hand.
Nothing good. It's not good enough to beat Air Bellum, bro. Yeah, oh my god. Do I draw? What would I draw? No, that's a good one.
Oh,
too.
okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
No, I have a secret barrel and a Tayu in my hand. Not nearly good enough to to clutch
If I
out
had
the
lower
game.
life points, you could have maybe clocked me for a game.
Yeah,
but,
dog.
yeah.
Man, dude, I thought this deck was sick. I was sent. So I was promised. I was sent this list, and I immediately thought it was cool, right? But I was assured that this list in particular, against like sort of pseudo mirror matches or whatever you would play, like presumptually, it won like 10 out of 10 times. And I was like, that's pretty good. That might be like a free win in the books. And it just didn't come together. Like, I don't know, man. The Makiura, it was depressing. I went Jar and then Reckless Green. That's it off of it.
Yeah. It's rough because I don't know. I almost feel like you don't even need to do the gimmicks with Chainburn for it to be good. Like,
yeah.
Makiura is like this weird sort of card that I don't know. This is something that we haven't really gotten to experiment with very much, and a lot of people haven't, to be fair, because it was banned essentially on release. So aside from like a very few amount of like tournaments that had Makiura, like the only real data we have on Makiura is like the OCG, and it was crazy over there, right? And so like, how crazy could it have been, right? Like, what's the best case scenario with Makiura that happens? You just draw 6 off Reckless,
yeah,
right?
So I mean, there's the duality where I can also pitch it with hand destruction on your turn. So if like you run the morphing jar or something like that, there's tons of ways to get it out of the hand. And then like being able to activate infinite spells on your turn's pretty good too, right?
Sure.
But I don't know. The idea was to dig through the majority of the deck to set up like a jar combo with Tayu Shallow Grave or something like that, and it didn't pan out as well as I thought it would. I feel like a lot of the cards I'm drawing a lot of times are pretty much dead too. And like even sometimes you run into the scenario where like game 1, like I had that fiber jar I drew and I'm like, my board's okay.
Yeah.
But like if you find a way to out this jar, I'm just like, I'm out. And then you brioed it and I'm like, I really can't set it up. That's GG. So
right. Yeah, and it's weird because like I thought you were gonna run back your cat deck because especially after how good you must have felt last time, I was like, I know Gage, he's gonna run this back again because he's like, I'm gonna destroy Alex with this deck again. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll bring my own cat deck to the table. So I was hoping we were gonna have like a cat deck mirror, but no, I mean you completely caught me off guard. I will tell you, like you said, I haven't like changed my side deck in forever. I took out the Jinzo. There's no Death Wombats, so like all the stuff that's like anti-burn tech, the only things I really had were Dust Tornadoes, and I had Nox in the side just anyway, so like that sort of just helps because you were playing like random crap like Fiber Jar, Morphing Jar, you had Tomatoes and such too, so like I brought that in, but I didn't really have a lot to really side for this, so if you would have just gone the distance, I probably could have gotten cleaned up this episode pretty easily.
Yeah, I wanted to bring the cat deck again, but I like for these Duelist packs, like there's really, I think these are the episodes there. The opening doesn't matter as much, so I feel like both of us put a lot of time into like building a deck, right? And
you.
I mean, me.
I was actually, if I pulled a Stardust Dragon Assault mode, I was going to run up here with a Stardust Dragon Assault mode deck today.
Oh
I had
my god,
you were.
Is that what your plan
I had the whole thing basically planned out, but then I didn't open Assault mode.
I've got 2 of them. You want one of mine?
Sure, if you want to donate it.
I would have said, man, if you would have played that too, that would have been kind of wild as well. But no, I think your cat deck, I don't know if you want to mill it out to show me what you got there, but...
Yeah, you're going to see in the episode anyway, so it's not like I'm hiding anything. So I don't have a 3 Air Bellum, which is one of the biggest weaknesses of my cat deck, but Raigo's a beast, so I don't need to play any extra bad beast cards, and that just makes a Synchro 5 anyway. So at the very least, that's a Catastor, that's a Magical Android, it's all fine. But it's just like all just decent good stuff. Since I have Goyo now, and plus since we have Brio, Krebons becomes especially good for me because I have so many 4s since I have the Spies, and I like Spy against your cat deck just because if you can't hit me with Air Bellum, I feel pretty safe.
Yep.
Then I can just use Krebons, convert it into Goyo or Brio, and we're basically off to the races at that point. So, yeah, just had a lot of stuff in here that just seemed pretty good altogether. And so I think your cat deck's probably better just because you have the 3rd Air Bellum and you might have like a few other cards that I don't. But mine's not like far off by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, yeah. And I think underrated is like you said, Goyo Guardian. Like, being a 6, it is the most powerful 6 at the moment. And even though we haven't seen it put on the field yet, committing things like Stardust Dragon, it gets that much harder when you're faced with a Goyo Guardian on the crackback.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And so, for the most part, I was just trying to, I was convinced you were going to play we were going to play the mirror so much that I almost main decked Knock, because you have so many Knock targets in your deck between Spy, Raikou, Rat, Tomato. Like, I was like, this is so salivating not to. So I almost just like tried to tech for the mirror in addition to it, but I didn't go the full distance. But yeah, I mean, this deck seemed pretty fine for what it's worth.
Yeah, not bad. I'm curious to see what you bring next week, too. You have Dark Strike Fighter still chilling in there.
I do. You didn't ban him, but to be fair, it was a lot harder to deck build knowing I don't have Black Wings in my back pocket, I will say. And speaking, before we disband here, you're being conspicuously quiet about your wheel over there.
I am.
You're like, oh, we'll talk about next week. Well, what happened?
You mentioned, Alex, you said, oh, you didn't ban Dark Strike Fighter. Well, I lost today, but I don't gotta go 3 losses to pick up another ban next week. So I will be removing another card from your card pool. What that is yet, I'm unsure. So Dark Strike Fighter, again, feels like the right choice. But I don't know. Banning Shure seemed like a power play, so maybe I might have to do something like that again, too. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's interesting because a lot of our power cards now, I think we both have access to. So if you win after that, we both lose it. But there's still a few things that I have that you don't, and that makes me a bit nervous. So next episode is going to be a bit of an uphill battle. But we have a new core set. It's Absolute Power Force, I'm almost certain. And there's actually some good cards in that set compared to what we had to deal with today.
Yes. Very excited to get back into the core sets.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Play Madolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, Par 2, The Sinker Guide, Dan Manhoben, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Indian Taisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Dalton, Luabon Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before, it was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel Bio Community soon, Cancel Bio Committee soon, Cancel Bio Player soon, Sakura-san, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.